Hey guys, Sean here. Hey, just wanted to let you guys know I got my sp101 back yesterday. I asked the guys at the gun shop, and they talked to Ruger, and all they know is Ruger said they took it apart, they fired lots of rounds through it. They couldn't get it to jam up on them, but they didn't specify as to what rounds they fired through it. As you guys all know, in my last video, I tried firing the 158 grain 357s through it, and after about 10 or 15 rounds, she started jamming up. The cylinder started jamming up. And one of my subscribers, the old 1911 channel, told me a friend of his said the older model versions of the sp101 357s were only designed to shoot 125 grain 357 bullets out of it, which is crazy, but that's the way they were made back in the late 80s, early 90s. So they didn't specify as to what they fired through it. So you know what? I'm just going to stick with 125 grain 357s through it and 38 specials, 38 plus Ps and all that through it. I had like a box and a half of the 158 grains 357s, and I ended up just selling that to a friend of mine. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to stick with what it says on the side of the barrel of this gun. I'm not going to mess around, because Ruger did not say otherwise. They didn't leave a note in there. You would have thought they would have left a note saying, okay, only fire these through it, we fire this through it, and it worked okay on these. So they didn't say nothing, so I don't want to have to take it out again and have her jam up and have another bad experience. So I want nothing but good experiences with this gun from here on out. So I'm just going to fire the ammunition that it says on the side of the barrel, which I think it's crazy how they made it back then. You would think 357, you could fire any round through it, but apparently the cylinder gap on these older models is a little bit narrower, so it has a hard time feeding the bigger grain bullets through it. So I don't know. I mean, who knows what they fired through it? So I'm just going to be on the safe side, like I said, and just stick with 125 grain 357s, which is what I was going to carry in it anyways, and I was going to just train with the 38. So it's not that big of an issue. It's my first revolver. You know, I paid $400 for it, so my first revolver, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's used, so it's a lesson learned when buying a used gun. You know, you never know what the hell you're buying. It's not like you're buying something brand new and the guy behind the gun counter will know a lot more about the gun. When it's used, they don't know the history, or especially when they're old like this, they don't know much about them. You know, especially some of the places I go around here. There's a couple of gun shops that are pretty knowledgeable, and the guys behind the counter where I go are somewhat knowledgeable, but, you know, not everybody knows about these old sp101s, you know, unless they've owned them. So, but anyways, I got her back, so I just want to let you guys know, and appreciate you guys watching, and as always, be safe.